Hi cities, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am grateful. Thank you. So today we'll be talking something very important, and I am going to play a video that will refresh your memory, because this video really went viral, and it's about this Karen who actually came back to apologize for what she said about black people. Right? She was on air some time ago, and she said that black people enjoy being slave. I mean, how do people wake up to say something like this? How did you know? Who told you that they enjoy being slave and all that? That it was like, a great thing for them and the rest of it. I mean, that really makes so many black people very sad. Not just only that, she has been like, that she thought like going against black people and saying some shitty and nasty things about black people we make her kind of popular and rich like Candice Owen. But she felt like in the end, after all she has been doing, she found out like, oh my goodness, like they are really canceling me and nobody want to like, they really do not give a shit about me and all that. And now she is coming back because the money she is supposed to get, she's not getting. She felt like when she started acting like Candice Owen that she's going to make more money and live pretty great and all that. But then it is not working, and she decided to like, come back to apologize. But man, I am not, this apology is not, nobody want, the black people are not even having it. They do not need your apology. Move away from them. Just stop all this bullshit and BS you all like, you all bring close to black people. I am just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And shut up. I am rolling the clip.
I have some apologies to make, and I was going to film this tomorrow, but I just felt like I had to do it right now. I want to start off with the black community. I know I said it in my last couple of videos, but I really just want to reiterate, I am so sorry to the black community for what I said about slavery during my debate with Naomi. It was not okay. I have absolutely no excuse for why I said that. It was just, I just said it, and I shouldn't have, and it's as simple as that, and I'm sorry. To the non-binary community, I said in my last video that I was willing to hear you guys out with an open mind to try to understand your identity more. And I've come to the realization that I don't need to understand what it means to be non-binary to accept you guys. So I do accept you guys. And my understanding of your identity doesn't matter at all. There's a million people that don't understand my gender identity, that don't understand what it means to be trans at all. So I'm not going to be like the bigots on the right and tell you that I need to understand you to accept you, because I don't. And I will accept you, and I will respect your pronouns. And to honestly, the trans community as a whole, and that does include non-binary people, and I know that now, I'm sorry. I did this at quite literally the worst time. It was I didn't plan it out this way, but it was when Florida was making some of the most toxic bills ever, completely, the Don't Say Gay bills, the bills against trans youth, all that stuff was just so disgusting. And I realized that my content probably gave a lot of sound bites to a lot of conservatives during, a really scary time. And I completely just, I shut it out. I pretended like it wasn't happening, and that was wrong. And I'm sorry to you guys. I'm genuinely sorry. I want to do better from here on out. And I'm not making this video for validation, because I already know those comments are coming. I genuinely just had 3 groups of people, I guess technically 2, because like I said, non-binary people are also trans, but I had groups I needed to apologize to, and I didn't want it to be in some video where I was angry or upset. I wanted this to be just an apology, and I am sorry. I'm sorry.
A lot of Black people enjoyed being slaves back when slavery was a thing.
This is why they don't want to teach critical race theory, and this is why they're political.
I have some apologies to make, and I was going to film this tomorrow, but
if you see this video of this woman and decide that this apology is worth taking her back within your community, just know you value white violence and white tears over the lives of minority groups. You are saying to everybody in your life that if a white person says the most heinous things but gives you some BS apology, that has more value over the concerns and the needs of people within other minority communities. This woman has not only said that slaves, people who were put into slavery, enjoyed slavery. She has not only said that being non-binary is not a real thing. She has also said that you do not have to respect people's pronouns. This is somebody who grifted to the wrong fucking side, and then when the wrong fucking side was like, yeah, we actually want to kill people, that includes you, realize that, oh, maybe this isn't the side for me, at the expense of everybody else that she fucking threw to the side. White tears do not have a place when it comes to violence against people. I don't care what happened to this woman. I don't care that people were shooting her hate. I don't care that people were telling her that they wanted to do harmful things to her. Because instead of standing with the side that would have given her the solidarity that she actually needed and the community that she actually needed, she threw it away for a fucking couple of dollars that she very obviously didn't fucking get. And to you, Kelly, I say at least have some fucking dignity and stand on the bullshit that you have done for the last couple months. At least be willing to be the token longer than 2 months. Because if I'm going to throw my dignity away, you best believe I'm at least getting generational wealth for a couple of generations of grandchildren. Not in whatever the fuck this bullshit was. You deserve to be shamed, and I hope you enjoy what is happening to you now. Because this is quite literally what you asked for.
I have some apologies to make,
And simply no. No. I'm sorry. I'm going to speak on behalf of Black people, trans people, queer people, everybody, right? When I say, fuck off. There is genuinely nothing that gets under my skin more than when bigots try to rebrand themselves without actually doing any work or having any kind of internal shift. If you don't know, Kelly, Miss White Girl, is a transgender conservative activist. She's built her entire persona around being someone who is liberally identified with hyper-conservative ideologies. Basically, she's the trans pick-me. And no, I didn't come up with that. Those are her current pronouns. The issue with Kelly is like tenfold, right? For starters, the fact Kelly was even able to come on here and build a persona around being a conservative trans woman is so indicative of privilege, both white privilege and class privilege. Beyond that, Kelly transitioned at the age of 15 and then made it her mission to make sure other kids couldn't transition. And lastly, I cannot stand when people inauthentically rebrand themselves. Kelly has had no awakening, no ideological shift. Kelly still believes everything she believed last week. The only difference now is she realizes that conservatives do not see her as a human being. I know this because Kelly just made a video trying to placate Republicans again. Like, Kelly, if you really want to help, the communities you've harmed, delete your fucking accounts. There is quite literally nothing beneficial that can come from them.
I have some apologies to make, and I was going to film this tomorrow, but...
Hey, Jeff here. Time for apologies is over. It's time for action. Words mean nothing if action are not followed through. Because to us, to be honest, those are empty words. I'm pretty sure you know, but this is a trait that narcissist people have. The ability to be able to say the right thing. And since many of us have dealt with people that are narcissists, we know all too well this. Me, I've already said it. I've already forgiven you. Not for you, but more for me. I even went as far as making your build, which I'm still waiting for you to make the request so that I can show you. Or maybe you need a reminder. Here, let me show you. Yeah. Kelly, the former grifter. So now, my advice to you, after making that request, is to take a break and start following up with actions. All those words you've been spewing on the web, apologizing and saying how sorry you are. Because as long as you're not following through with action, like I said, those or empty words. Yeah. Said what I said. Much love.
You wanted to be over there. You can stay over there. None of us want you back. None of us want you back. After the bullshit that you don't said about everyone, we don't want you back. You went out. You cut down the trees, processed the wood, hammered the nails, and made your own coffin. Lay in it. Lay in it and stay in it. We don't want you back. None of us do. Why would you leave? You got all the benefits. You were their poster girl. Their leading lady. You had everything over there. You were practically queen. Oh, but wait. To them, you're not a queen. But you liked that. So you can stay.
I have some apologies to make.
Normalize not accepting apologies that weren't intended for you. If and when a celebrity, internet personality, social media influencer finds themselves apologizing for offensive things they said and did to certain groups, marginalized groups, and you are not a member of that marginalized group, that apology was not meant for you, so that apology is not for you to accept. It's another day that ends in Y. So we have a creator, in this case, Kelly Cardigan, coming out of the woodwork to apologize to several groups that she offended. I am not here to debate the sincerity of her apology. However, something that I noticed in the comment section is a series of people who do not belong to any of these groups she's apologizing to, accepting the apology. Now, on a very basic level, I understand why people behave this way. Because of the nature of social media, these screens have made it so that people genuinely believe that the only thing that separates them from these celebrities, influencers, social media personalities is literally the screen. And this is where parasocial relationships come into play, and relatability, because a lot of people see themselves in these creators. And when they see these creators that they see themselves in or see some type of bond with, feel some type of bond with, when they see these creators getting any level of backlash, they take it very personally, if not because they've created this bond or they can see themselves doing or saying the things that these creators do and say, and they feel attacked on a personal level. And what do most people do when they feel attacked? They immediately go on defensive. And that's where you get the, oh, she apologized, and oh, we accept your apology, and none of us is perfect, and we all make mistakes. Racism is not a mistake. Sexism is not a mistake. Homophobia is not a mistake. You see? But anyways, let's keep it moving. Now, I said I wasn't going to debate the sincerity of her apology, and I'm not going to. What I will say is we need to be less willing to just accept verbal apologies, because the act of contrition, the act of an apology, is a verb. It's not a noun. Apologies, apologizing, contrition, those are all actions. These people come and drop their apologies, and then that's that. They think that we should all move past it. What are the actions that are following the apology? What are the actions being taken to make it so that these people are worthy of the forgiveness that many of them ask for after they've apologized? Let's exercise some critical thinking here, because vengeance is not ours. I do not believe that we need to hold any vengeance towards these people. I just need us to think more critically about the why behind the apology, and then what actions are required or necessary to follow that apology.
I have some apologies to make, and I was going to film this tomorrow, but...
If you don't know who that is, that's Kelly Cardigan. She is a self-proclaimed trans conservative activist, but she really is a grifter in like the line of Candace Owens. But her grift's not really working, and there's a reason why her grift doesn't work the way Candace's does. Black so-called conservative influencers, they don't exist to convince Black people to join conservatism. They exist to legitimize white conservatives, and because, like, honestly, the conservative ideology is really, really anti-Black, and racism runs rampant in those communities. But someone like Candace exists to say, see, we're not really racist. Because, like, that, even though their ideology is very racist, the average conservative is not going to say that they're racist. This doesn't work for Kelly because a lot of conservatives are, like, very openly transphobic and are not ashamed of it. They do not want to coalition with trans people. They want trans people to not exist anymore. And they're not at all secretive about that.
Just want to reiterate, I am so sorry to the Black community for what I said about.
I heard a lot about you and I stayed out of it because you was always creating drama. It was not my place. But how are you a trans woman and you are siding with right wing extremists? How? That's the first part. Number two, your apology doesn't mean nothing. Whatever you did that made the Black community pissed off, we don't want to hear it. I wasn't there to see it nor care. We don't want to hear it. So apology not accepted. Go be friends with Candace Owens, please. I'm sure you two will get along.
I want to start off with the Black community. I know I said it in my last couple of.
Hunbun, be quiet. We don't accept that grass wasn't green on the hateful side, was it? You peeped you wasn't really one of them. But you had no problem bringing us into it, disrespecting us, the history, the hate that we go through, the things that our ancestors have had to go through. And I don't mean hundreds of years ago. I mean during civil rights. All of that. You were cool saying that. You were bold and proud. You reiterated those hateful speeches you made several times. As someone from the Black community, don't accept. Excuse me. I'm sure it was cool for you to post it. And for the palm-colored people in those comments about something we accept, who is we? Who's we? Now y'all speak French. Who's we? She literally said, my ancestors enjoyed and was comfortable being enslaved. Among other things that were disgusting. Nah, leave the Black folks out of it like you should have in the beginning. You should have left us out of it. But you thought that was going to get you brownie points on the hateful side. Okay. Words without action are dead. Period.
I want to start off with the Black community. I know I said it in my last couple of videos.
I think black people. I think we should continue attacking because they should watch what the fuck they be saying, right? They stupid idiots. But I also feel like we have like 400 years proof. We have all this history. We have all these things that show us who these people are. So when we attack, we need to stop attacking in a way that makes them think like we really want an apology, like shit like that is still hurting our feelings. Because I just feel like personally, I have certain expectations for white people. I expect these things to come out of your mouth. I expect you to act this way. So when you apologize and you're just apologizing because you're being attacked, this is who you are. You know how Black people have like generational trauma and things from slavery that's still affecting us today? You think white people don't have nothing affecting them from the shit that their ancestors did? Like nothing at all? Like I really deep down believe even the sweetest of them just haven't cracked yet. or maybe they are good people. I don't know. Let me stop. No, I'm not going to stop because I really believe that. It never fails with almost every friend that I have. I have one recently, he's white and Asian, and he just slipped up and said nigga. And when it happened, you know what I did? I left. I left the event we was at. I'm not even going to tell you where I'm at. I'm just never ever speaking to you again. Because now I'm like, boom, I knew it. That is who you are. I don't know. Black people, take your power back. We don't give a fuck about them. We don't give a fuck about the apology. You need to just let it click finally. They still killing people. They still doing XYZ with laws. This is them. This is the world.
Against the grain and refuse to, postulate and kowtow to the status quo, especially when the status quo is like the human rights campaign, because it's getting weird and perverse. With my good sis Kelly, I was like, she's trolling, but she's also waking a lot of things up about the fanaticism of both sides, the right and the left. And she was providing a very nuanced perspective, which I was taking as comedy. Like, you're obviously trolling and you're using your existence
All right,
and identity.
excuse me. All right, this is all I got from the Sitchies, and you know what I'm gonna say. If you are willing to accept this lady, that it's your problem, not my problem. I am trying as much as I can, doing my best to do what I can to, like, creating the awareness that is needed on my platform, because I don't see how someone is just gonna wake up and insult somebody's entire generation. I've been saying so many shitty and nasty things about Black people, not one, not two, not three. The one that broke the camel's back was when she said that Black people enjoy being slave and the rest of it. I mean, like, how did you wake up to say that? And when she did say that, like, a month ago, she stood on her ground that she ain't gonna apologize. And since then to this very moment, she has been on Black people's business, like, been on their businesses, right? And now she found out that the people that she has been canvassing or promoting and all that, I ain't even giving a shit about her. And she want to come back to Black communities, so Black people will accept her. Like, we are good at accepting, like, the trash and all that. Man, face your front. Black people have so many things bothering them. Like, this is the list of their problems. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.